Welcome to Mama's Teaching Tips.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another video on Mama's Teaching Tips. Today I'm actually going to be doing something different. I'm going to be taking you through my very own tried and tested planning units that I'm now selling on the blog. Created it in a way to make a teaching and learning fun for you and your children. The main features of the plan is that it's set out weekly. There's about 4 to 5 sessions per week, and it will cover age-appropriate learning objectives and even suggested resources that we've used with links sending you directly to the resource. This was a really enjoyable unit for us, so I thought why not start with this. So this is the first week of the plan. We're starting with the digestive system. Of course, you can change the plan and start with a different week if you feel like, but we decided to start with the digestive system. And as you can see, we've got an objectives box, keywords, suggested resources, and other ideas. The main activities are here on your right. The key to my plans is to make the usability user-friendly. So for example, on each of the days, I've talked about the different areas of learning that your children might be doing, but in a really simplistic way. The unique thing about our plan is it also includes links to the suggested resources I've used, but more importantly, it has my actual experience of the plan from when we did the unit study over on this side here in the pictures that we've shared on Instagram. So for example, if you click on the picture on the digital plan, it should take you directly to my post on our experience of the digestive system and how we actually went about doing the activity. In the same way, you can click on the links like here, which would take you to the Amazon site for you to purchase the Squishy Human Body resource, which I've suggested. And the plan continues in the same way throughout the weeks. Into week 2, we looked at the lungs and breathing. And week 3, we looked at the heart and the blood. And there's a few more suggested resources and other ideas towards the bottom. And by the final week, we looked at the skeleton, muscles and joints. Now, the other bonus with the plans is you also get templates. You get about 1 per week, so about 4 most likely in total of exactly what we've done. So we've got the lungs template here. This was a really nice art activity we did. We had a body template for a girl and a body template for a boy. Perfect for when you want to add in the bones or muscles or any sort of labeling of the human body. The second plan I wanted to share today is one of our more recent plans, which is a unit study plan on fairy tales. Now, when children are most likely learning to read and write, one of the first things that we tend to teach them is stories, and then obviously looking at the simpler, more enjoyable fairy tales. So again, this is another 4-week unit plan. We've got each week is themed by what sort of learning outcome we're expecting. So we're looking at mainly at story sequences. Some of the suggested resources and the stories I use: the Gingerbread Man, Goldilocks and the 3 Bears in this particular week. And again, I've given other ideas here for other ideas for other activities. Over here, we've got each day what we ended up doing, and then of course pictures again that take you directly to the Instagram page. Let's see if it still works. Yeah, it works. And this was us doing a little bit of role play with Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. Okay, and moving on, by week 2 we're looking at the characters in fairy tales. And in this week we looked at Jack and the Beanstalk and the 3 Billy Goats Gruff. I felt like there were a lot of characters to look at in these stories, so we chose the overall sort of study of characters through these books. And then following through, by week 3 we're looking at settings of stories, And this is where we brought together all the books that we did look at. And you're not limited to these books. You can choose whichever ones you like, using the same concept in the activities. And then by week 4, the plan was to write your own fairy tale, which always seems like really daunting, especially for little kids. But the whole point isn't really about just getting, words onto paper. It's also mainly about ideas. So we used a lot of different ideas, and this whole week tells you how you can create ideas by making a story sack. And we've also suggested maybe purchasing some story cubes, or we used the Melissa and Doug's wooden princess stamp set, which really helped tell the story, like I'll show you here in this picture. So this is how we did our story map, using the stamps and then coming up with a fairy tale that we would end up writing. And so the main bit of writing came in the final week, after a whole 4 weeks of real sort of enjoying and studying and looking at fairy tales. And then, of course, with every plan, I've again included some templates. So I've got the gingerbread man template here, a beginning, middle and end of retelling a story, and then a story sequence template here. This could be done with pictures and drawings, or words or sentences. It's your choice, wherever your kids' learning ability is. And then these are some of the resources to help you start with the story sack, and the instructions are up in the plan. So that's pretty much it with regards to how the Mama Teaches Me planning series works. If you've got any questions, feel free to pop them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and share with your friends if you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.